Hi, this is Devin. I'm back. This is my review for Young and the Restless, April 24 through 28. Let's see what happened this past week. Victor is still gone, out of town on a trip. In the meanwhile, he left Abby in charge of running Newman. And she brought this warehouse property that she plans to turn into a tech incubator, or rent out to science, businesses that are involved in science and in the technology sector, that want to turn it into labs. As a matter of fact, her mother Ashley is going to be working in there. It's going to become her personal lab, thanks to Jack purchasing it from Abby, because Abby got scared because she purchased the property, without Victor's knowledge and support, and she got cold feet at the last minute after talking to Ashley, saying that that it's okay to work on a project, but you don't go ahead on a project without letting your superior know, that you're, initiating it. So that's when she got cold feet, basically, and decided to sell the property. And her uncle Jack, who's her uncle, happens to turn out to be interested in the property himself. And plus, he's also using it as a way to try to, stick it to Victor, because they're mortal enemies. And this is going to come back to bite Abby. It's going to come back to bite Abby big time. When Victor comes back to town, he's not going to be happy that, that Abby is using Newman Enterprises resources in association with Jack and Jabot. What else is going on? Oh yeah, Billy and Phyllis slept together, and essentially they're back together because he's gotten fed up with Victoria. But Victoria has been pushing Billy away because she doesn't want Billy to find out the truth about Victor and his involvement with Chloe and her murdering Adam, because she knows that Billy's probably going to use it, against Victor, because just like Jack, Billy is a mortal enemy. Billy is a mortal enemy for Jack. I mean, for Victor as well. The Abbotts. He's an Abbott too. So, and because of the way she's been treating Billy, is basically thrusting him in. She's basically pushed him into Phyllis's arms, and Phyllis, she's had buyer's remorse about Billy, and she wants to get back with Billy, and Billy wants to give it a go, but then Victoria comes to him with the whole she uses Nikki's MS, multiple sclerosis, as a cover story, to basically try to get Billy back in the fold. And Billy is caught in a tough situation where he wants to tell Victoria the truth, but he doesn't want to hurt Victoria either. So it's either going to go one or two directions. Either Billy's going to tell Victoria the truth, or he's going to go back and forth between both Phyllis and Victoria. And both these women, when they find out the truth, they're both going to be pissed off with him. Or they're both going to fight over him. And Jack isn't going to be all that happy about, Billy Billy being back with Phyllis either. So stay tuned to that. And also, what else? Speaking of Jack, his sister, Ashley, her and Ravi, they went out to dinner together and, spending time together. And Ravi is worried that Ashley going, into this new lab, she's going to be so busy there half the time, half of the workday, that it could affect their, burgeoning relationship. So, so Ravi is, making it clear what his intentions towards Ashley is. And Ashley, she doesn't want to cave in. She wants Ravi, but she's trying to, do everything she can to not admit it to herself that she wants Ravi. So, so she's sort of like playing a little game with him, encouraging him to go out with with Juliet, and he's probably gonna go out on a date with Juliet, but it's probably not gonna go anywhere, and Ashley, she'll probably get jealous, and they're gonna have sex. That's where I think that's headed. Now, speaking of Juliet, her and Kane, they slept together in Tokyo, and the negligee that she was wearing when her and Kane slept together in Tokyo, she put it on the display rack at Brash and Sassy and gave it to Lily to wear for the photo shoot. And Kane is basically losing his damn mind. Kane feels so guilty and it's so bad that it's to the point where he can't keep it a secret any longer. He's gonna want to tell Lily the truth, and he should have told Lily the truth the minute after it happened. The fact that he was drunk, him and Juliet both were drunk, and they drank too much sake, and one thing led to another, and they had sex, and I think Kane ultimately is going to tell her the truth, but when he does tell Lily the truth, it's going to be too little too late. I think Lily is going to be so upset with him that she's going to leave him, and she's going to go run straight to her photographer friend Jordan, who's dating Hillary right now. And I think Lily and Hillary, they're going to be fighting over Jordan. But on the flip side, though, Hillary, she's still not over Devon. And it looks like Devon ain't over her either, after the divorce was finalized this week. And Devon is dating Mariah, so we're probably going to end up seeing a triangle between the three of them. So stay tuned to that. I wonder, it's going to be interesting to see if this impacts Devon and Neil and them forming their own record label, their own company together, and they're both equal partners. If Devon gets back involved with Hillary, how's this going to affect their personal relationship and their professional relationship? Stay tuned with that. What else? Oh, and Jack was spending time with Nikki, telling Nikki that she needs to get her mojo back, and they were reminiscing, and it looks like that. It looks like Nikki may get back involved with Jack romantically. it looks like that's where they're headed with that. And that's probably how Jack is going to find out the truth about Victor's role, in the whole Chloe, murdering Adam situation. Let's see, what else? Nick was telling Nikki that she needed to, change how she has always unconditionally supported Victor over the years. And every time Victor does something bad, Nikki, she always gets mad at him and she leaves him. She may divorce him, but she always ends up going back to Victor. And Nick is telling Nikki that, she's got to break the cycle. She's got to break the pattern. And that she has to do something that, that Victor would never approve of or support her with. Maybe her getting back involved with Jack is part of it. So stay tuned to that. What else? What else happened this week? Big reveal. Chloe had wrote a letter to Kevin and Billy saying that that one of them could be Bella's biological father. It's always been a mystery over who was her daughter Bella's biological father was. For the longest time, everybody was thinking that it's Billy, because she stole Billy's sperm sample out of a lab, out of a fertility clinic, and because she desperately wanted to have another Delia, so to speak, which means having another baby with Billy, and Billy wasn't having that. When she asked him, I think two years ago, something like that. So she decided to steal his sperm from the fertility clinic and try to get, pregnant that way. Did it take, or did it not take? Well, we learned the truth that it did not take. In fact, Kevin is Bella's biological father. Which made a lot of sense because they teased it a lot, and the bond that they look like that the two of them have, it made sense. And I'm glad that it worked out that way. And Kevin, he needed something positive to happen in his life after Chloe basically left him at the altar because she was found out that she committed murder. So he was devastated, and him finding out that Bella is his daughter is positive, and it's good news. And and you could tell that they had a special bond even before the whole paternity results were revealed. He's always seemed to love Bella like she was his own daughter before he even found out the truth. So that's good. And it's going to be interesting to see what they do with Kevin, showing him as a single father, raising a little girl on his own. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with Kevin. Also, what else? Reed, Kendall, and Zoe. Yeah, Kendall, Reed was at Crimson Lights with Zoe, and he went back inside to get them all some coffee, and he left his wallet on the table. And then Zoe, when she was checking into her phone, distracted, Kendall took his wallet and then called Reed, telling him that she found his wallet, and the two of them ended up, going to see a movie together. And at the movie, no, actually, no, that was before she took the wallet. They had went to the movie together earlier in the week, and in the middle of the movie they kissed, and Reed looked like he enjoyed it. And then days later, she took his wallet, went to his house, Victoria's house, to give him back his wallet, and she kissed him again, and he reciprocated, and Tessa looked on. So I'm kind of wondering. I'm wondering if Tessa and Kendall are somehow connected. Could they be big? Could they maybe be sisters? Could Kendall have been the one that Tessa was talking to on the phone the week before, and that them befriending, Reed is part of some ultimate plan towards, stealing from the Newmans in some capacity? Tessa befriending Nikki. Is it all some sort of a master plan? Maybe not by Tessa or Kendall, but someone else that they're working for. And I got a pretty good idea who that could be. But anyhow, I don't know if that's the case, but it could be. So let's stay tuned to that. Stay tuned to see how that plays out. What else? Oh yeah, and Scott was talking to Christine, and Christine told Scott that the federal government wants him to still be an agent, and Scott says he's not interested, and left her, and he's trying to build a new life for himself in General City. He's seen Sharon. He really likes Sharon. So, but I don't think Christine is going to go away. She's going to continue to be breathing down his neck to try to get him to be a spy, if you will, in General City. Probably maybe spy on Victor and, and the Newmans in some capacity, because he is writing Victor's autobiography. So it's going to be interesting to see, how long, is Scott going to be able to resist not going back to work for the government, or is he going to continue to, say no and try to live a normal life, build a normal life for himself in General City? So I think that's about it for this past week on Young and the Restless. Put your comments in the link in the box below, and subscribe to my channel, and let me know what you all think.